I have to judge Around the World in 11 Minutes in two ways, because on the one hand, I did not personally enjoy this episode of Arthur, but on the other hand, I actually feel like it offers quite a lot, and I will explain what I mean by that without going into too much spoilery detail. This is the first segment of the 7th episode of the 14th season, and this one is a Kate and Pal, McLean and Amigo episode, and as I've mentioned before, generally I don't like the episodes that focus on Kate and Pal. There are a couple of exceptions, but I just don't care for them as protagonists. They just do nothing for me. Those episodes are generally not that interesting, and I have to say it's the same with this one. I just did not like it personally. I did not find it enjoyable for what I look for from Arthur. But for younger viewers, I think it's a pretty great idea. For slightly younger viewers, well, I mean slightly younger as in the younger age of the target audience, it opens up a lot of information about the world, because Kate and the rest of them imagine going around the world, and they're basically playing pretend that they're going on a world trip, and they visit all of these different countries, and when they're there, they're talking about a lot of kind of cultural traditions, and obviously with McLean, they go to China and they see the Great Wall of China. And it introduces younger viewers to other countries that they've perhaps not thought about, they don't know that much about. There's definitely an educational element to it. And for even younger viewers, there's this encouragement of make-believe, of pretend, of creative play. And it's the exact kind of game I would have played when I was younger, of pretending to travel the world with my friends and going on airplanes and whatever. So it can encourage that kind of creativity. It can encourage children to learn more about these countries, and it might even introduce some children to certain countries. So it's actually a really good episode with that in mind. But for me personally, I just didn't enjoy it. It's not the kind of thing I look for with Arthur. But there's absolutely benefit to this episode, and I think that's fine. I'm willing to admit that it's actually probably a good episode. It's just with my personal tastes, I didn't get much out of it. I didn't really learn anything about these countries. Definitely one that I think younger viewers will benefit from, will find inspiring, hopefully will find very fun and educational. So I'm willing to admit that Around the World in 11 Minutes, the title of which I love, by the way, because the episode is 11 minutes. I do love the title. I'm willing to admit that it is actually a really good episode. It's just not for my personal taste.